Good morning. Good morning. What's happening, family? Welcome to the show. It is Michelle Bryant here, WNOV, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. You are listening to Say Something Real. Just had the air guitar going on during the warm up to the show. You made me think of that TikTok dance that they do to Law and Order. Have you seen it?
No.
So think of the music. So they got the little whole thing, and then it's like a little guitar riff in there. Yeah, and you like the families is doing that, so you made me think of that. All right, y'all, it is the countdown. Big money, Sunny. It's time to make sure all of it is covered. Today is December 22nd. We are 3 whole days away from Christmas. When I tell you, I'm looking forward to just chilling and enjoying family this holiday. It's been an interesting year, I will say that. And so before I get into the show, let me say good morning to the compadres in the studio. What's happening, Debo? How you doing this morning, sir?
I am good this morning, Michelle Bryant. How about yourself?
You know what? Can't complain. Can't complain.
Wanted to ask you, as you were talking about being 3 days out, just quickly, boycott. How's that fared? Have you heard anything as to how that has kind of played itself out this holiday season?
You know what? I really have not, and I have not really talked about it. So in all honesty, after the Thanksgiving piece and Black Friday, I didn't really, pay attention to what was the entire holiday season. And yeah, I've been shopping. So I did. I respected to Black Friday. I did do all of that. But Atlas had to have his stuff. So I went to the store. Wait, let me include my son too, because I feel sorry for my son now that my grandson is here. Man, my son be like, his stuff be slim pickings. And I love, though, he turned into the typical dad. Hey, long as my son cool, I'm good. That just make my, I was like, can't never be me. You can't bypass me giving no gifts to Derek. like no. What?
The wife and I went out to a Bayshore yesterday, and it was supposed to be a trip to get gifts for others. But she ended up dragging me into the Pandora place because she wanted a new Pandora bracelet and all of this stuff. So, yeah, good, solid, wholesome weekend, but I think I got duped on that one.
Well, I mean, see, because what you were supposed to do, like I learned this trick from one of my guys. He listening, so I'm not gonna say his name. But I learned this trick from one of my guys. He would wrap boxes and put them under the tree, or put them around, and they would be small, like jewelry boxes, that size. So his girl already thought she was getting jewelry, so she didn't have no requests. And then when Christmas came, she'd be getting like a vacuum cleaner or some dishes.
Now, see, that's something I don't believe in. I don't think that's personable enough.
No. I get it. And, he did do nice stuff, but he would mess with his wife leading up to it because, the boxes was all jewelry boxes. So it's like, oh, yeah, I got some pieces. Yeah, he would lead with the vacuum cleaner and new plate sets. So, yeah, bros, don't try that at home. Though,
she didn't really dupe me, Michelle. What happened was she had one that my son had given her.
Okay.
And she broke the clamp on it. And then by the time she gets in there with it yesterday, they tell her, oh, your 1 year is up.
So you had to get a whole new one.
So I just was like,
but you know what? Hold on to it.
Yeah, she got it.
And the next time my boy Manuel or some of the bros that do jewelry down at Juneteenth is down there, tell her take it down there, they'll fix it for her.
Okay.
Yeah, I wait all year to see the bros at Juneteenth. I'm like, I got a bag. I need all this repaired and fixed. All right. So yeah, they can. She can get that fixed. What up, J Money? How you doing this morning?
Well,
I don't.
Let me tell you, I'm doing pretty good on this morning, Michelle. I got a song in my heart. You want to hear it? Here it go.
Oh boy.
La 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 la. All right. I'll be home by myself for Christmas.
On that leather couch.
With the cheeks out.
with the booty praying.
If only
my dream.
Thank you.
What
a tag team.
That's the saddest song.
What a tag team.
That's sadder than What Do the Lonely Do for Christmas. that was a sad song.
And all y'all joined into my debauchery.
Keisha gonna be mad. She missed that. She gonna be so mad.
But,
she missed that.
You know, outside of my
that was ratchet.
Outside of my sermonic solo, I feel great. 3 days before Christmas, and you know, I get to spend it with you know, family that's here.
You look like you had to think about who you was gonna spend it with. Like, you ain't got no invitation yet.
Well, see,
you haven't received any invitations yet.
Actually, I got numerous invitations.
Not for family. I'm not talking about for these miscellaneous people. You know, you can come by.
I decided.
Why don't you drop through?
I decided.
Bring a Pandora bag with you.
I decided to go still away.
Not still away.
Still away in my closet and just pray to baby Jesus, 6 pounds 3 ounces, Jesus.
Sad story.
Still away.
You ain't got to.
Oh. I felt that thing. That thing was getting ready to bubble.
Let me catch you before you.
It was getting ready to overflow.
Let me catch you before you do.
Man.
Well, good. I got all of the trees up.
All 93 of them.
And I just gotta say this. So, you know, my last tree, Keith and Rhonda Paris gave me their tree. With his nephew Frankie. I was like, it took 2 people to bring a box. Because he kept saying, what time you going to be home? Because me and Frankie going to come through with the tree. And I was like, okay, I just thought Frankie was riding along. But they literally were both carrying this box with this tree. And I was like, man, can it be that, you know, like that heavy? Man, I wrestled with that tree.
You got your answer. Huh?
But I want to say this. When I say that is a good quality, expensive, fabulous, oh my God tree, that tree, it's got to be one of the nicer ones I have now.
I wonder why he didn't give me one.
I don't know. Hey, don't try to horn in.
I'm just saying, I need a tree in my house too.
You know what? Hey, ain't nobody gonna be there to see it. Ain't nobody gonna be there to see it.
So, Timo, you got a tree in your house?
You can just put a tree on your TV. Ain't nobody gonna be there.
The video.
That's right.
Hey, sit around the TV and sing Christmas carols.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all
they'll even play the music for you. But when I tell you, and like, let me tell you one of the things about this tree that just made me appreciate it so much, which when I understood like the caliber of tree it was. So I don't buy pre-lit trees because eventually you got to replace something and then try to figure out which light, how it's bad. I just never buy pre-lit trees. This is a pre-lit tree. And I was like, and then it don't ever be enough lights on pre-lit trees. So I have to come back through and do more lights. Yeah, it just always be a bunch of extra work. I'm like, man, just buy a regular tree. And then the other thing about pre-lit trees is so it comes in 3 sections. So you got a cord that you got to connect from the top to the bottom, to the bottom. So this tree, everything is magnetic in the pole. Whoa. It's only one cord at the bottom. And there are no other cords. You simply snap it in place. And whatever the way it's set up, that's all you do.
So the cord is running through the pole.
There is no cord. You don't see any cord. It's
like it's in the inside.
It's something in the magnetic way it's set up. Okay. That it just snaps into place. There are no cords.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, what? You know, so I'm looking at that, got super excited. And then I was like, okay, let me see how many lights, what it's gonna look like. So I plugged it in. Man, it's 1,000 lights on that tree.
Take 1,000 home.
When I tell you this is one of the Cadillac of trees, wow. Bougie lived up to the name, baby.
So don't you want to give me one of your 93? Don't you want to give me one of your?
Who gonna be there, Jermaine?
The smallest.
Who gonna just come to my house, man? Just Just come to my house.
It's nothing like
add me in your many invitations that non-existent invitations that you have. Just come see me.
Y'all so bold.
But I just want to say publicly to the Parises, because they ain't have to do it.
Yeah.
That tree is fabulous, man. And then I got the ornaments, international ornament. So somebody been to Paris, been here, been there, and I got London. I got some ornaments from all over the world that are beautiful. So I knocked that tree out this weekend.
You
so
really
now
get geeked about this, don't you?
Man, I love Christmas. What, man?
Really get geeked up.
It's not geeked up. It's just I love Christmas.
I'm gonna go right over here to Atkinson Park and I'm gonna get one of them Charlie Brown trees.
Hey, nah. I'm gonna tell you, there is it's in Mount Pleasant, but there is a tree farm.
I think I heard it.
And the woman said that she still had like 120 Christmas trees left, and by this time normally that number would be significantly lower because we're 3 days away from Christmas. So she was saying that if you wanted a live tree, you could come out and make an offer on a tree, and as long as the offer wasn't disrespectful, you could get the tree.
Keith just texted. He said, "Damn, I want that tree back."
I didn't know it was that nice.
I didn't know it was that nice.
See, you should have gave it to me. Then you could have came over and sat around and watched ESPN with me as it lit up.
In your drawers?
No, man, come on, man.
That's what you said you watched?
I don't watch it in my drawers, brother. Come on,
Jay, we've
man.
already settled that. We know what you do, fam. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Keith, you come
Home
visit.
alone with a bowl of Captain Crunch
It's sad.
in your undies on your leather couch.
I'm telling you, that song was made just for him.
Y'all so bogus,
You
man.
need to play that because I don't know that we played that. I haven't heard.
Oh, man.
A silent night.
I can't stand you.
I know it's gonna be.
I can't stand you.
So let me just say that yes, Debo, I love Christmas.
Yeah, we started out with what do the lonely do at Thanksgiving for this dude?
I know.
It just keep going, don't it?
Because it's sad. Man.
Listen.
It's so sad.
Any one of you peoples out there in radio land.
All right, you know who gonna call.
Hey,
You know who gonna
hey,
call.
do we have a caller?
Yeah, we got to call.
Oh, I didn't even. Let me turn that phone around. Hold on.
What do the lonely do
Caller, I'm sorry.
every day?
I had a phone where I could see. Let me get the
I
phone.
got a pretty good idea who that might be.
Oh. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, Michelle. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Angela?
I'm calling because I did promise you all something today, but the fact of the matter is I'm asking for prayer right now for my niece. She's 35. She's in a medical induced coma. Her heart has stopped. So she's at Waukesha Memorial. And I'm just asking y'all to keep her up in prayer. Her name is Joy Chiera. And I'm just asking y'all to pray for her.
Yes,
What's her
ma'am.
name, Angela?
Joy.
Joy.
Yeah.
Obviously we are very saddened to hear that. I know this is a crazy situation to be going through, particularly with somebody so young. And so we certainly will honor your wishes and make sure that we keep this young lady and the family, in our prayers and our thoughts this morning.
Yeah, because she has a daughter. She's about 10 years old. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll say this, Angela. Prayer does change things. God is able to do anything but fail.
That's true. I know it. Okay, thank y'all very much.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Angela. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
I got news of another family friend last night, who passed away. And it was so crazy because she got diagnosed with cancer. And when I say everything was rapid, bam, 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 it was just like you turned around, and she was just at a event on Saturday. I think they said a ladies' tea. She went and hung out, but she had just did her first thing of chemo, and then they came back and something was going on, and without getting too much of the details, she ended up passing last night. And you was just like, this lady was just in our house. You just saw people. So there are a ton of folks that certainly, as we talk about the holidays and celebrations, it will look differently for people based on your own situations. Just remind people that above all, most important this holiday season is family and friends and folks that you care about.
Yeah, I just want to say this. It's a lot of stuff that we take for granted, and I know we play a lot around here, because with everything that's going on in life, because life be life, and sometimes you got to laugh and just to keep from crying. But the other day when I was out working, I picked up a young lady, and I mean, beautiful young lady. I picked her up, and I was taking her to her appointment, and she said something to me that, I mean, stopped me in my tracks. She said, "I'm going to die soon." I turned around and looked at her. I said, "What?" She said, "Doctors gave me 4 years to live." What? She was like, "Oh, yeah, I have cancer." Beautiful young lady. And I turned around and I looked at her. I'm just looking at her as she was talking, and she was like, "Well, I don't have long because doctors told me 4 years ago that I got 4 years to live, and this is the fourth year." But she said something to me, and it was, I mean, it was so powerful. I just stopped all my rides and went home after that. She said, "But yet I still find strength to smile and make it through." And I helped her out the car, and she was smiling, and she was like, "I'm gonna be all right." And went into the hospital, and I sat in the car, and I was like, we take so much for granted, so much stuff for granted, that this young lady, she knows she's at the end, and she was like, "Well, I mean, I'm at the end of my rope, but yet and still I find my way to press through."
I mean, because you
It's
figure
like,
out how
wow.
people can find acceptance, they can find peace. And I will say this: I laugh 24/7.
Yeah, me too.
I laugh at funerals. Like I am, I am the inappropriate family member that's gonna come in and be like, "Who buried Uncle Jay in that blue suit?" Like, I'm gonna say it. I'm going to say it. It's my thing. It's what I do. And I tell people all the time, I could be at home by myself and have a whole conversation and laughing and cracking up and doubled over, because it is true. Life is fleeting. From the minute you're born, you begin to leave here, and it's what you do with all that time in between. And I've had to visit people that were in transition. They knew transition was coming, and looking at the resolve that people had to move through this thing. So it's never lost on me that people are going through different challenges at different times in life. But I will tell people, I still always figure out a way, like she said, to smile. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hearty laugh, like to the point that people are looking at me like, "Michelle, what's wrong with you?" Like, literally, what is wrong with you? I just think that's just so important. So look, y'all, we gotta take a break, but when we come back, there are a number of things I want to get to this morning. Some will be some political stories, others will just be, because I didn't plan a real heavy show for today. Because I was tired from putting together that big old Christmas tree. Oh my God, am I getting a toy delivery? Shut up! Oh my God. Anyway, no, oh my God, dude, I love you. Yeah. Okay, Von Mays, Santa Claus's major helper, has just walked in with a box. Oh my God, this is huge. Look, oh, I love you, man. Oh my goodness. These are toys helping to go to the Women's Center. This is beautiful. Vaughn. Did you get everything done? Here, come grab the grab.
I'm still.
You still shopping? Get a mic for her. You still shopping?
Yeah, still making runs.
We've been watching your videos on Facebook and laughing. So you still making runs?
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going well. I'm trying to save the announcement for when everything is done, at least by tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I can say, we raised this much.
Okay.
The last time I checked in with people, we were at almost at the 13,000 mark.
Because I know 15 was that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
15 was the goal. So what happened was we had a lot of commitments of folks saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
That's exactly
it's Monday and it ain't came in yet, so I can't count on it.
Right.
But folks that have come through, have definitely come through. You know what I'm saying? So
this is madness behind me.
It's looking good. That's just for you to see.
Oh my God!
So we having a good year. We're having a good year.
This is beautiful. Yeah. Look at all of these folks that stepped up.
Yeah, we got some.
Oh my God! What? Look at these numbers.
Yes.
Yes. Well, God knows we've been seeing you out here. Keisha, your biggest fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some more stuff to you.
Oh my God, I'm about to cry. I am about to cry. This is so cool.
Y'all have helped me even, years prior. Y'all have collected toys, put it out there and people have donated. So, I try to, help out where I can too. We do stuff other than my event. Usually I, pop up at somebody else stuff, or we still getting requests in for different stuff,
right.
So just trying to spread it as much as I can, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I cannot stop smiling. Oh my God, you are getting ready to make.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm looking at the box like all good stuff, quality stuff that you would give to your own children. This is beautiful, Vaughn. Yes. All right, so tell people if they still want to help you, because you definitely out here doing the elf thing and getting your shopping in.
It's looking good.
And I'm telling you, the number of sisters that's loving seeing a brother out, picking all these toys and. Should I get this? Should I get this? I'm looking at it is amazing. Yes. So for folks that still want to help, what can they do? Because it's down to the wire now.
Yeah, right now, like I said, we down to the last. I still got to get printing done today. I have to wait till the last minute for people, like I said, to get their donations in if they made a commitment, so we can make sure that they get on the flyers and stuff that we're gonna hand out. So it's like kind of the last day for stuff to come in. So if folks want to, still give.
Wait, you see my phone over there? Just in case anybody trying to hit me up to say something about you. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but the day of, which is Christmas Eve, 6 p.m., we will be hosting a vigil. We always start with a vigil, read off the homicide list, honor some folks. If folks want to come out to that and be a part of that, that's at 6 p.m. It'll be at Infinite Church. So definitely come out, especially if you are a family who lost somebody this year. You want to be a part of that. Your family member's name likely will be read. So if you want to come out with a picture, release some balloons, whatever, at that time, that's the time to do it. Again, that's Christmas Eve, Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Infinite Church parking lot. And from there, we're going to caravan up and roll out and give stuff out. So if people want to come out and just see what we got going on, because I always tell people, like, you can watch the videos, but being there is a vibe. Like, it's nothing else like it.
So look, Rep Myers, or former, I always say Rep Myers, she just told me, she said, ask Vaughn to repeat his PayPal. I have $100 for him.
Hey.
So
PayPal.me/ YUNGLAMKE.
Say it again.
Or
can you send it to me?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Or send it to her. You got her number, don't you?
Yeah, I think I should have
okay.
Queen Myers in here.
And somebody who is listening from the Women's Center, there's her text message right here. Mm-hmm. Hang on, let me show it to you. There she goes. Down here at the bottom.
No problem at all. No problem at all.
Yeah, and I'll talk about all the folks that have helped on our end. We got coats delivered last week, and now we finishing off the toys and the older kids. We like doing gift cards because it's hard to buy for some of these older kids.
Yeah.
But yes, she wanted to make sure that she donated. And somebody else said, "Do you have Cash App?"
Yeah, Cash App is Vaughn Mays MKE, which is VAUNMAYES MKE. Venmo is at Vaughn Mays MKE. So just keep it simple.
Dude, I cannot stop smiling. Oh my goodness!
I'm just waiting to get Wednesday over with.
Who is you telling? Like I'm tired of rapping already. I'm ready to go somewhere and sit down.
I can't stop smiling either, Michelle. When I seen him, I said, "Damn, he wants some more money."
No, because I was supposed to meet you yesterday. I'm like, I think she think I forgot, but no, man, listen.
Look, I know how it's going. I mean, I wasn't worried because I still got stuff I got. When I get off the air, I gotta go shopping when I get off the air. So, no, you good. But, bruh, I'm gonna tell you, this is the thing. When I tell you, all of the grief that people give, brothers in the community, what black men do, don't do. And just to watch as you have moved through this thing for years. And I hear Key out in the background talking crazy. Yeah. But the first one was like, you see what he did? You see what I was like? I see. Yeah. So, Jay, you hold that mic like you got something to say with your little tears in your eyes. Come on, Ralph Transman. What you got?
So do you have any toys for grown people?
You know what's crazy? So this another
He's
element.
So sad.
So people wanna still give. One thing we do, especially for because the stuff that we get is usually from newborn to 12, right? So we do stuff for we get gift cards, but we do try to give at least $1,000 away in cash, so in increments of 50 or 100. So that's what we do for adults. We come across new fathers and mothers, people come in people's house, man, they ain't really got nothing. So that's something that we can do for them.
That's dope.
And just for future reference, if anybody owns a business and you want to do something we can create some vouchers because we've done this in the past of I'll give your family 10 families a free meal or something, or half off or something like that. Then we can get that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff that folks can do to help assist families that's a part of this. We can get that away and get that to people, but it'll help also, bring some attention and bring some assistance to their business too, so they can pitch in. So,
why you don't look tired though, man?
Listen, I'm just used to gotta get up and get it done. Look,
so that's an awesome thing that you're doing.
And so the last deliveries will happen. You'll be out Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And so you'll be delivering.
Vaughn is coming to town. Santa Vaughn is coming.
Man, listen.
So look, y'all, if you have not figured out yet, and I said this on a post that I did when I was with members of my sorority over at Northcott Neighborhood House wrapping gifts, the ladies at Delta Sigma Theta, we were over there, and a number of groups have come through to help and individuals to help Northcott wrap these thousands of presents that they end up getting for children. But I ended that clip by saying, if you have not figured out a way yet this year how to do something for somebody, or this season, or during the holiday, to think about ways by which to be of service to somebody. And so this is an excellent way. There is nothing worse. And I have been on the other side of this as a social worker, folks working with families, and, to go in these houses and see children that have very little or have nothing.
Yeah.
And the parents not in a position to do anything. And, so I will just say that, okay, look at that. I will just say that I just appreciate it, because I know I have been in these situations. You make me think of Janetta Robinson, the story toy thing she used to do. Me and her used to go to rounds though, because I would always be like, I hated the title. The kids that Santa forgot. I hated that title. I hated it. But I told her, I said, I absolutely adore what you do. But I swear to God, I just don't want to be one of the kids that Santa forgot. So to see it done on the front end is so important and so critical. So thank you, bro, because you could be doing anything else.
Well, more importantly, people always talk about the violence and all the other issues that we see. It's based on that, but it's also a lot of people suffer tragedy. So trying to address those things, we're giving out gun locks for free in these bags, because you got a lot of young people that's coming across these weapons and harming themselves and other people. So adding that service to it. Fire department, thank them. And Local 215, they coming out with us again this year. So I think their aim is to not only be present and to give out the little fire hats to the kids, but to even give people and change people's fire alarm
detectors and stuff
in their homes. And then also Local 215 put me on something that I wasn't even aware of or even considered. We have a lot of house fires and people get affected by that, but there's a whole camp or a whole almost like a group home type thing for kids who have been burned, right? So even thinking of the house fire, I didn't even think that's a thing, right? So even considering like other ways that we can be of supports to like bring these different resources to people's doors, right?
Mhm.
So it's like I said, man, we try to address, it's not about the gifts or the cash, it's about touching people and meeting them where they at, seeing what their situation is, and seeing how we can actually help affect change. And
But I'm gonna tell you, and you said it's not about the gifts, but I got this text message from somebody literally while I've been sitting on the air. It was something I did. I sent somebody something, and they said it's cool when somebody takes the time to let you know they give a blank.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, he
Yes.
cussed too much. I can't say. And
Man.
this a grown brother who got a
Yeah,
gift,
yeah.
and he just said it's cool. So
Yeah.
I like I said, when everybody go back to school and the kids start running down the list, I got this, I got beats, I got that, and some kids gonna be quiet.
Yep.
And so because of this work
Mm-hmm.
and these donations and the community rallying, every child won't have to say that.
Listen, there's gonna be some new electric scooter riding, new bike riding, new 50-inch TV watching. Listen,
I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like how you shop, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You can be my secret Santa any day.
Thank
I
y'all.
like
Thank
how
the
you
community,
shop.
and thank organizations, and thank people who are bought in and believe in what we're doing. It's year 12. It's crazy to say that because so many people don't know about this, but we gonna keep making it do what it do. And thank y'all for being a part of this. That's
Not a problem. We gonna figure out what to get you for Christmas too.
I got a list.
Shoot your list
I know I
over.
got a list.
Shoot your list over so I can see what you want for Christmas. As long as it's under $15, I got you. What you say? No. Yeah, it's time to go to commercial. Michelle Bryant, WNOV 860 AM 106.5 FM. Want to thank my man Vaughn Mays, Milwaukee's own Santa Claus, out here making it happen. We'll be right back, y'all.
A massive tire dump mountain found a man actually caught dumping tires there.
Yeah, thousands of tires dumped and discarded at one location all between November and January. 12 News' Nick Bohr reports although an investigator caught the man in the act, he's only facing tickets for littering.
The massive piles of waste tires at Teutonia and Mill can only fully be appreciated in a view from the air by News Chopper 12.
The people who are doing this should be ashamed of what.
Our coverage of the illegal dumping on what is now city-owned land sparking outrage.
It affects people's quality of life. I mean, nobody wants to wake up and see, a pile of 5,000 tires.
Now, according to citations filed in court, we've learned Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources wardens caught 41-year-old Dennis Bowen of Milwaukee illegally dumping tires there. An anonymous tip led to a surveillance operation in January. Wardens say they caught Bowen in the act, dumping hundreds of tires from a semi-trailer. Bowen isn't charged with a crime. Instead, he was issued 5 Department of Natural Resources citations for littering. Under the state statute he was cited under, he could have faced a separate ticket for each tire. Instead, he was ticketed once for each of the 5 times they could document he dumped at the site using surveillance video from the property. Bowen admitted to the warden to dumping, quote, approximately 4,000 used tires onto the property in total. According to the citations, Bowen said he knew it was illegal, but, quote, the reason for the illegal dumping was because it saved him money. He added he picked up the tires from various, quote, auto shops and local residents, charging them $2 per tire. Another DNR report obtained by 12 News says Bowen told a warden he hadn't dumped any tires elsewhere in the city, calling the Teutonia property, quote, the safest spot. No one answered at Bowen's most recent address in Milwaukee. He didn't show up in court this week to dispute the littering tickets, fining him $771 each. In Milwaukee, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News.
And when asked why they did not do more, a DNR official told us the department does not comment on pending litigation.
All right, family. So I wanted to take an opportunity to remind people about this story because I have been following it. I pay attention to it because I was so appalled by the visual of somebody said, yet the tire company charges us when we get our tires put on. The visual of, and before I got ready to play the clip, Debo said, hey, can we have Jermaine run it so they can see it on Facebook? But I had already set it up. But the minute it started playing, I regretted right away that I didn't have Jermaine just pull it so we could show it on the screen while and that was, Channel 12's report, Nick Bohr. So you could actually see the aerial view of one property in which an estimated 5,000 tires were dumped at one site. And somebody had dumped boats out there. It was like 3-4 boats out there, some mess. You can see the boats in the imagery. But the thing that got me in paying attention to this is that this guy, and let me go to CCAP and put in the name of this man, Dennis Roy Bowen. And because I want to be able to specifically refer to it. This guy was in court because he, had to answer for what was going on with these tire dumpings. The thing that got me in paying attention to this whole thing is that, and Nick Bohr mentions it in the story, he does not get charged with tire dumping. You got 5,000 tires, but you don't get charged with tire dumping. A charge of tire dumping is punishable by up to a $5,000 fine. He got charged with littering, which is punishable by up to a $500 fine. Now, I'm assuming there are some other charges that are in there, but y'all need to go to CCAP and pull up this man's name, because the images was so disturbing and disgusting to me. I never forgot this man's name. But when you look at the number of cases, this man has four pages of cases that show up on CCAP. 4 pages of cases. And overwhelmingly, it is for tire dumping. And here, the filings, all these cases, they say 6/11/2025. State of Wisconsin versus Dennis Roy Bowen. State of Wisconsin versus Dennis Roy Bowen. And when you pull it up, though, and you say view details of the case, and you see what the charge is, it says littering. Littering is charged very differently from tire dumping. So then I'm starting to wonder. So help me. You know how many cases it ends up being? Y'all, it's between 65 and 70 cases of tire dumping, damn it. Not littering, of tire dumping.
Well, no, I'm saying that's what they're calling it.
They're calling
really
it. They
tire
charged him with littering. But it's between 65 and 70 cases of tire dumping. And multiple sites, from the county parks to privately owned land. He dumped at a cousin's. This man done dumped everywhere. But you don't get charged with tire dumping. You get charged with littering.
Well, that's why he's doing it with his.
So, like, literally, littering, like somebody throwing something out their window.
Yeah.
And we raise hell about that.
Yeah.
So you telling me the individual that dumps 5,000 tires gets charged with the same thing as somebody throwing stuff out their car window, McDonald's bags and wrappers and carrying on? Like, y'all, I want to ask the people at the city, the people at the county, because I said he dumped in a park, the people at the state, who made the decision to charge this man with littering versus with tire dumping? We had whole legislation done around tire dumping. And when I'm watching the case play out, I don't see the representatives from the city there, forcefully saying, no, he should have been charged with tire dumping. I don't see anybody from the county saying, no, he should have been charged with tire dumping. And I really want to know what in the world was on the state's mind when can't nobody come up with nothing bigger than littering. Y'all, that's all these charges are. $771 in bond. But these littering, deposit large item in highway water property. And if you look at this charge after charge after charge, that's what this man gets charged with. And then I see that he was in front of Judge Lena Taylor. But it ain't no need to say because if all you got charged with is littering versus tire dumping, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So for all of this, aldermen in this city, oh, we want a clean city. Oh, we want to do something. Oh, we want to be able to make sure, the community looks good. For all this whining about what we going to do and how we going to tow people and punish people, all of that. Did any alderman go downtown to weigh in about how this man got charged? Did any county official go downtown to weigh in about how this man got charged? Why would you put a law on the books about tire dumping? And when a clown named Dennis R. Bowen, Dennis Roy Bowen, whoever know him, y'all know he trifling. Why would you put a law on the books specifically about tire dumping? And then when Dennis Roy Bowen tire dumps, you call it littering. Why? What was the point? What was the law intended to do? Who was supposed to be charged with that? If an individual who dumps 5,000 tires in one location, and there are at least 5 locations that they show, you got him on video pulling up a truck and dumping all these tires out on these people's property, on these people's, the Subway Cousins lot, and then the owners of them properties have to clean that stuff up. So help me understand, Chevy, Mayor Johnson, because you were on camera in this video talking about how awful tire dumping is. Did you ask them why they didn't charge this man with tire dumping? And how he only got charged with littering? Did you ask the Mayor Johnson? It was one clip with Alderwoman Pratt in it that I saw. Alderwoman Pratt, did you ask these people why this man who dumped 5,000 tires in your district over off of Teutonia Avenue was charged with littering instead of with tire dumping? County Executive Crawley and the folks that work for you at the county, because this man dumped tires in a county park. Did anybody ask why this man was being charged with littering versus tire dumping? DNR, state officials, whoever the entities are at the state level, how in the hell do you see 5,000 tires? Because see, this couldn't have been in Glendale, Bayshore, some of these white communities, and then this man walk away with just a littering charge. The residents wouldn't have stood for it. The elected officials wouldn't have stood for it. So I have been waiting and watching. These cases are still open. But first and foremost, I want everybody in our community to know the name of this raggedy man who takes money from these companies. They pay him. They pay him per tire to take those tires away. Now, the companies is on some BS because there are actually reputable companies that you can call and they'll come pick them tires up and charge you like $3.50 a tire, but they don't want to pay that. So they probably paying him $2 a tire because these people are moving hundreds or if not thousands of tires. So they give him $2 instead of giving the reputable company $3.50. And then this man go dump this mess somewhere in our community. And then people in our community have to pay to clean that up. And then all that this man gets charged with is littering. So what's the incentive for this man not to do it again? Y'all, CCAP this man. It is over 70 cases on here. All for the same thing. All for the same thing. It is Dennis Roy Bowen. Somebody know this raggedy man.
So what I don't understand. So you said it's 60 to 70 cases of the same thing.
I'm doing the exact same thing. Different incidences, not the same incidents. Right.
So what I don't understand is, so I'm sure he has been in front of a judge numerous times, and it's the same thing. I don't understand how they keep labeling this littering, and clearly you see that this guy is you a nuisance.
Yeah, you ignoring the law, and none of it is punitive enough to stop you because you're gonna make more on these tires than you are paying these fines.
Well, he ain't gonna pay. He ain't gonna pay to what he should pay because they keep labeling it as littering.
Somebody just said that the judge has the ability to charge this person with tire dumping. Keep it 100. A judge does not have charging decisions.
Right. They can only.
The judge does not have charging decisions.
Charge.
A judge does not have charging decisions.
But they can just. they can just, how they sentence you, they can sentence you however they want.
The judge has to deal with the case that's brought before
exactly.
them.
Right. So they can't apply a different sentence.
The judge is not the district attorney.
Exactly. Okay.
You're not the prosecutor. You don't get to come in and say, I'm changing the charge to X, Y, and Z.
Right.
You don't get to do that. But I just think that this is disgusting. And this brother needs to be shamed. And I need to make it my business to say Dennis Roy Bowen every day. Every day. Because this is trifling. But more importantly, we have legislators who have built their whole brand on, we want Milwaukee to be this and we want Milwaukee to be that. And, oh, this is disgusting. And, oh, we need to do something about that. Wasn't nobody in y'all offices following this case to see how this man was being charged? How do you explain and look neighbors and constituents in the face and understand that this man could have been charged with tire dumping and got charged with littering? I remember the whole conversation, when Westmoreland put out the whole thing about littering, and I talked about how much I appreciated that because I saw people throw stuff out the window and would pull up on the people and say stuff to people and get out and clean up the stuff myself because it was so disgusting. I cannot imagine my neighborhood having 5,000 tires dumped in it. I couldn't imagine it. And then when I look for the justice system to work in a case where you got the man on video, you see him pull up in 5 separate incidences that was in that story that Channel 12 reported, in semi trucks, in other kind of box trucks. You see this man pull up and dump all these tires out the back of that truck, and you charged him with littering? And they said you could have got him per tire, but you did it per incident. But you got somebody in front of you who got 60 to 70 cases. And don't nobody think we need to make this as painful as possible for this man? That we need to throw not just the book, but the whole courthouse at this man? Don't nobody see that? Don't nobody see that? I got to take a break. But Dennis Roy Bowen is going to be at somebody's house for Christmas, enjoying a holiday meal. Some of y'all know Dennis Roy Bowen. Do me a favor. Tell him from me that I said he is a trifling, raggedy Negro that is out here damaging our community in this way, and you getting paid for it. Tell him he trifling. And then pick up the phone and call the alder people and call the county people and call the state people and say, y'all trifling too for charging this man with littering instead of with tire dumping. I gotta take a break. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. And what's the assignment for Christmas this year? If you run into Dennis Roy Bowen, just say, hey, bruh, what's up with them tires? Could we not do that to our community? Now, mind you, I appreciate if you're charging $2 a tire and you dump 5,000 in one location, that's 10 grand. That's 10 grand. The person who got to clean that up, that's all kind of crazy money. Because they got to pay that $350 to dispose of them, which then becomes, if you do the math, and let me do it real quick, $350 per tire times 5,000 tires is $17,500. But you got to pay somebody to do the work. You got to get the vehicles, get somebody to load every one of them tires up, then get them driven over to where they got to be properly disposed of. And that's at one site. This man was doing this all over the community. So again, Dennis Roy Bowen, trifling. And you literally said, I did it for the money. Damn the community. Damn how you make our areas look. Forget the environmental impact to our community, property values, businesses. You know, businesses don't do business because they will say it's too high. The cost of doing business is too much between, robberies, which was one lie that one of the retail outlets was telling that, we can't stay because we're getting robbed too much. Found out that wasn't really true. But people already look for excuses not to mess with us. I saw them on the news this morning talking about in Metcalf Park still not having a grocery store with the Pick and Save leaving over off of 35th. We got real challenges bringing major businesses to our community. But what do I say all the time? What are the things that we can do ourselves to make that easier? And one of which is to not have a trifling brother putting crap all over our neighborhood. But the other aspect of it is to have legislators who gonna do what they said they was gonna do. You said you was gonna fight tire dumping. And one of the biggest cases that comes through, y'all silent. Where is the charging, decisions that go from tire dumping to littering? This is not littering. Putting 5,000 tires on somebody's property is not littering. And so shame on everybody who walked that case through the system and decided that that's the way it should have been charged. And shame on the legislators who didn't stay on top of it and raise sand with everybody who had decisions making authority in that charging to say, no, you're not going to charge that way. Like this is the one time I literally want to go to the state legislature and be like, so is this what y'all intended for the tire dumping bill? That whoever got this level of discretion can decide instead of somebody who dumped 5,000 tires being charged with tire dumping, they could be charged with me throwing a McDonald's bag out the window on a busy street. That's what you intended? Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is the Reverend Dr. Andrew Ward. I just spoke to Dr. Rideout, and I text him a lot of things that I see, and I also text them to you. And he indicated to me that you be getting my stuff, but you don't respond I'm gonna leave that at
Wait a
that.
minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, Doc.
Look, listen. Let me finish.
Wait a minute.
Let me finish the sentence. One day, I was listening.
I ain't got nothing to say.
I was listening to Dr. Farrakhan this morning. He was talking about why MAGA is so afraid of Dr. Jasmine Crockett. And that brought me to the mind of Dr. Michelle Bryant. They are afraid of her because people like your president and MAGA are afraid of the truth, and they bring the truth. You and Jasmine Crockett bring the truth. And they scared of, all people like that are scared of the truth. And I want to say this for black men. Black men, with the exception of me and maybe right out, we ain't scared of them people, and they know it. That's why I've moved all over the MPS school system. They did not feel comfortable with me in their house. They denied me administration. They had a test one time, and you had to pass the test to become an administrator. Only 2 black people passed that test. Miss Mosley, who became a principal in MLK, and myself. They denied me a principalship. And the reason they denied me was like they always do if people don't know it. I passed the objective test, but I had an interview, and they stacked the interview panel with black people and 1 white person. They gave me a 48 on my interview. That's the way they kept me out. So much for that. And y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call. Got another caller. Let's get them in. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, you was talking about the tire dumping.
Yes.
You said this guy had 70.
No. Not this guy, Dennis Roy Bowen. But go ahead.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I know the DA is that's county, right? And that's judiciary. Does David Crawley have any power over the district attorney's office?
Well, I mean, I would think that they all have the ability to at least, make certain that they following the case, reaching out to make their positions known. You dump these tires in a county park. That's money that taxpayers got to expend to clean that up. So
well, to me,
I am paying attention to the charging decisions.
And he may not be aware of what's going on, but I'm sure if he listens to your radio station, he's often on there. Sure he has connections that's listening this morning. He needs to investigate. David Crawley, you need to investigate this because you're absolutely right with the property values, the this, the that, the challenges of businesses. I tell people all the time, we let people come in our neighborhoods and beg on the street corners. Do you realize that's depleting and deflating your property values, having all that mess? They can't do it by their mother's house. Why let them do it by yours?
All right.
You know, the suburbanites that hang out, Appleton and Capitol and 76 and everywhere else they want to be. Let them go by their houses with that stuff. But Crawley need to look into that. I mean,
it's both though. It's Crawley and it's Cavalier. It's both because it happened in the aldermanic district too. So yeah,
y'all pump y'all fist about getting this legislation changed, and it's changed, and now what? Like you said, it ain't throwing a napkin out. You throwing tires. Tires breed mosquitoes who brings malaria, rats. My line of work, I dealt with that kind of illegal dumping and all that stuff. It's a mess.
Well, I certainly appreciate that additional insight, and you are right. We got to ask questions of people because if no case gets charged under the tire dumping law, this would be the case. These would be the cases.
And make an example out of this dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody gonna do something that many times, it's just he's saying the heck with y'all.
Absolutely.
In y'all law.
Absolutely.
You gotta deal with something like that sternly. You have a happy holiday.
All right, you too, bro. Appreciate you. Got another caller. Let's get them in. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Happy holidays.
Yes, ma'am. Happy holidays to you.
thank you. And Michelle, you're on a good topic. I want to go with you.
Let's go.
Okay, let me know. I can leave my phone number with them, and I can drive by there because I don't live that far. But I want to go with you because this don't make no sense. Because I mean, not only they dump them in the empty lots of the city. I mean, mattresses and everything. Because I'm living down here and I see it, and then I try to catch the people, but they move so fast with the trucks when they dump, and they do it at night too. So, and then I got like a liquor store guy. He sells his liquor, and then he won't even help pick up the paper and the bottles or nothing. So I went over there and I told him one day. I said, you know, our people support you. He built a home in Waukesha. He said, where are these people living? You know, they dump everything. They talk about us. Even black folks. We're so, you know, on the radio, on the TV, killers, robbers. We don't take care of ourselves. We got a church over here, 26 an hour, bricks falling all off. They know better. This city know better because I've been here all my life. They had a building inspector. They never was like this. Time they started moving the white people out, they started letting it just go to the dump. Go take all our tax dollars. But I want to go with you. I'll leave my phone number there.
All right. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. All right, y'all. We got another caller? Got another caller. Let's get them in. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning.
Good morning.
If I recall, during all those news conferences and whatever, whose face was there? Wasn't it the mayor's?
Yep, mayor.
Okay, I think that's where the buck is laying, right there.
I mean, but look, again, it was in Alderwoman Pratt's district as well. It happened in the county parks as well. The state is a part of this conversation. So it's a whole bunch of places for this to land. It doesn't just land with the mayor. It lands with a number of people. And, you know, nobody should be off the hook for not pressing how this individual was charged because this is too big a problem. We got whole laws created just for this. And you don't use that law to prosecute this man. It's madness to me.
Yes. Well, then make them all accountable.
There you go. All right now.
All right.
Appreciate it, bro. All right, y'all. So let me take a second. We got another caller. Let me get him in. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning. Merry Christmas, Michelle.
Hey, love that
Mr.
voice.
Right
Good
out.
morning. How you doing this morning?
My family. I love you, Dan. Let me say this, Michelle, all the work that you guys put in day after day after day after day. I'm up making the bed up this morning as I prepare my day. And I'm listening to a news broadcast. I'm not going to say what station, I'm not going to say what station.
Okay.
This black guy on there, news commentator, a legal analyst, Armstrong Williams.
Oh, my God. I already know.
He is a joke for society.
Yeah, Armstrong is a mess.
Oh, my God.
He's a mess.
He was praising Donald Trump, talking about so many great ideals he's got, but, you know, he shouldn't change in the Kennedy Center's name. And there's so many other great things that you could do that you've been doing. And he was saying this, I think my toes just start crinkling in my teeth. Somebody
not your toes.
Just snatching. I ain't never, it's like that boy who calls in to you every morning. That's all I can think about. That's all I can think about is that idiot.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute, it's Christmas time. I can't say that. I ain't gonna get my monkey division helmet now. Armstrong Williams is wearing it.
Yeah. Armstrong is rough. He's been rough for a long time.
No, this man needs to be ran off TV. I know he's getting all kind of perks from Trump, boy, because he got zipper prints all on his forehead. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too now, you too. And the thing about Armstrong Williams that's so frustrating for me. So this is a black man from Marion, South Carolina, okay? Born in 59 on a tobacco farm, 9 siblings. This man knows what struggle look like. He knows what racism looks like. He knows what policies look like that have harmed communities of color, black people in particular. And he knows the barriers and systemic things that have been put in place that have harmed Black men in particular. So when you see an Armstrong Williams carrying the water for a Donald Trump, yes, it makes you ill. Just like Clarence Thomas, who is going to be an architect at dismantling voting rights, at dismantling civil rights gains. But somebody who says, I use those programs to get where I am now in life. And then once I use that ladder, I pulled the ladder up. I kicked it away. I made sure nobody else could come behind me. Like, in looking at turning over the right for members of the LGBTQ community to get married, one of the things that Clarence Thomas, and I'm just smiling because he's chomping at the bit to do it, the law that was used to be able to get LGBTQ marriages made legal is the same law that was used to allow interracial marriages, his own. So if you're able to argue against LGBTQ rights, you inadvertently could be arguing against marriage between interracial couples. There are moments, y'all, when you understand our hands, and our meaning Black folks, our hands in our own demise, in the very systems that would seek to oppress us. We don't have to show up that way. And this isn't about economic policy, because that's the thing, and call it, here I come. But, people will be like, there's nothing wrong with Black folks being conservative. There isn't. But the way I'm a Democrat, I'm going to talk about the good, bad, and the ugly with the Democratic Party. I'm going to talk about what is fair and unfair, what's racist, because we got racist stuff happen on the progressive side of the aisle. I will call all of that out. But these people, these Black folks that ride with Republicans or conservatives, they won't call any of that out. They won't mention the word racism. They will run from a conversation about why diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives and programs were created in the first place. J.D. Vance them are walking around talking about white men. You can breathe. The world is no longer against you. I'm paraphrasing. But you can feel free to breathe. Like, who you think been benefiting from damn every policy since the inception of this country before white men? Nobody. It was written for them. We had to use the laws to go back and figure out how to get some form of equitable treatment in this country, but it was written for them. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Greetings. How you doing, sis?
I'm good, Brother Shiar. How you doing this morning, sir?
Fine. I had something else I wanted to ask you, but what you just said made me think about the backstory for all of our people who have and those who haven't seen the movie Sarah's Oil.
Yes.
That the backstory on there is so important to look up, that the movie is just a movie. And when you just said what you said about the institutions, the fact that they made a law that even though this 11-year-old girl got tens of millions of dollars worth of value, that they made a law that said that children are incompetent, Black children are incompetent, so they have to have a white male manage their money.
Right.
So she only received an eighth. So 7/8 went to white people.
Right.
And an eighth only went to her. And so when people wonder, like, what's going on with her family, I did some research and looked at interviews with them. Basically, they came back is that with them managing her money, they just gave her money. They stole the wealth and equity. And thus, she could buy stuff And because people all around the world, to me, it put a fire under me because I realized that she was actually more known than our great sister that supposedly made the straightening comb.
Oh, Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker, who her partner actually made $1 million before her, but that's a whole different story.
Right.
But this sister was known all over. The little girl was known all over the world. White people was reporting she made more money a month than the president, and we know what type of president we had at that time, at 17, 13, and that at that time they also were kidnapping people with money, white people. So she had to keep low with her family because her family members could be kidnapped. So we didn't know a lot about her, you know. But when she was a middle school, she went to Tuskegee Middle School where she institute school for children where they protected her 24/7 before she moved to Kansas City.
Absolutely.
You know, and in the movie where they showed the NAACP coming in, the individual that did the research on the mismanagement of what white people were doing, the boys, the head of the NAACP realized it, and he started the children division of the NAACP because of her. Her backstory is so powerful. It is unbelievable. I plan on checking out some of the archives of the Crisis magazine in the upcoming weeks before the year. By next year, if they don't have the archives open. But I want to ask you on the case that you just mentioned about the tires, flashing two things. I want to ask you, whatever happened to them trifling individuals that was grabbing cars, stealing people's cars that was in church, and you identified that the city said what they were doing was clearly illegal. You know, we got all these situations where these people run around free, and I will have to differ with you only with the judge is because I've seen it, and I know you know Judge Taylor, somebody who definitely, when I observe her court rule, whatever the people, the charging party has, she works off of that and those agreements. She's very, very thorough. But I've seen other judges. I remember judges that the DA said, we're not going to charge nothing. And these Negroes, and I'm not going to call out names just yet, but these Negroes still want to charge people when the charges have been dropped. You know, judges can do something. I've worked on cases where in the interest of justice, a judge doesn't have to follow the law. They can make up whatever decision they choose to make up that they can defend. And most of them don't have to worry about defending nothing. So they can do what they want to. There's some other cases where the jury come back a hung jury. And with some people we know that are legislators.
Yeah.
We remember that case. But and then the judge said, forget what the jury say. I want to take action.
Okay, so look, so I'm up against a break, Brother Shiar. So let me do that real quick.
Thank you, Pete.
No, thank you, bro. But let me be clear, y'all. Legislation gives the judges the latitude to be able to do certain things. Judges can't just do whatever they want to. There are parameters as these laws are written that talk about the discretion of a judge. So for this type of situation, a judge, and I'm just, I'm not naming anything in particular, but for situation A, a judge can go against the decision of the jury or say that the jury didn't do enough or the jury went too far. But it's applicable to different situations. It's not a blanket across the board authority that a judge can do anything they want in any and every case that comes before them. That's not how that works. There is discretion involved in the different types of cases that come before them. Let me go to a break. I'll be right back.
If you're trying to figure out where U.S. students are actually spending their time online, a new report from the Pew Research Center makes one thing clear. YouTube is still the main destination. Pew found 92% of teens ages 13 to 17 say they use YouTube after that numbers dropped. About 68% use TikTok, 63% use Instagram, and 55%
All right, family, welcome back to the show. So I'm trying to get to some other topics, but I don't know if it's going to happen today. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
I mean, good morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good morning. My bad. I said
you messed me up. Yeah,
you messed me up, but anyway.
Listen.
What?
The tire deal. What we need to listen. Now, who was that? A black guy that?
Yes, it was your cousin. Yes, it was.
Okay, why would you say something like that? I mean, we kicking it right now. Niggas are allowed to really believe that. My people, hold on once. My people would know that Broxton tires, they shred the tires. You get those tires shredded for $1. You know, it depends on how many you got. They shred them for $1.50, $2 right over there off of right off of Capitol. There, you can get them done. You know, what is that?
But somebody got to bring the tires to Broxton. What this brother was
That's right.
supposed to be doing is transport.
There's no need to be out dumping that stuff in the cemetery and all around when you can get it. Some of these people don't even know that they can do that.
No, because you negate the profit here. If I get the tires, if somebody pays me $2 to move the tires, if I got to take them to Broxton and get them $1 per tire, I'm only gonna make 50% on what I got. So it's a money incentive not to do that.
But guess what? A lot of times, Michelle, they don't even know that they can get the tires shredded because the city will take 5 of them for free. So, and what they do is they go to these little tire shops and they say, "Hey, man, I can get them moved for you." The guy say, "Well, you got license permit to do? You got permit?" Yeah, I get done. So without seeing any paperwork, you know, even white boys give them the tires. You know, they want them off their property.
That's where these tires is coming from.
Right.
And we're talking thousands of tires, Meech. Thousands.
Well, listen, when we had aldermen that were actually doing their job, this kind of stuff wouldn't happen on their watch. You wouldn't have the kind of stuff that we see right now. Even with the streets, weeds growing up all on the islands and all that. The stores with broken out windows, you know it's rats and mice in there this time of year in that corner store. You wouldn't, the real aldermen play on, they was working that, man, that you don't do this in their district. These other aldermen are walking around like celebrities. They're not really paying attention, really don't care because they feel, not obligated, but privileged to be in that position because we have made them into that. A buddy of mine showed me a slip of paper the other day, well, about a month ago, with Westmoreland on there. Westmoreland has some white people on there. We're holding checks up that he done kind of help them get some grants. Now, one Negro, he forgetting the side that his bread is buttered on, and he's brand new down there. However, a caller, what struck me to call in, a caller called in jumping on Armstrong Williams. Armstrong Williams is the real deal. He the real deal, man. Listen, you don't listen. I don't care what you say. We can run around here. I sat at the table. Hold on once. I sat at the table all my life with black supremacists. And black supremacists in the outside of these Negroes today would say they silent, they dormant, and they sell out. That's not how you get stuff done by wagging your fist in the air. If you go out to 7 Mile Fast, you see all of those foreign people that have took that over. It used to be nothing but blacks and whites. Ain't no blacks and whites out there no more. I went to Southridge Saturday. I went in the food court area.
Dude, you all over the place. Can we stick to one thing, please? You done took me all around the world.
I'm a round figure guy. I do it all.
No, well, you know what? Well, I don't have time for you to do it all right now.
Right. Well, however, with the tires, go over there to the Broxton Tires and get your stuff done. If you got that little hustle going. Same way with the city, charging people to dump stuff where you got an eviction, the people leave all the stuff in the house. Now you pay somebody to do it. Somebody with a little pickup truck go throw the stuff on the truck.
Again, we're not talking about it at that scale. We're not talking about it. I appreciate the call though, but we're not talking about it at that scale, fam. Y'all, keep your eye on the prize in this conversation. I am not talking about 5 to 10, 15 tires. I'm talking about thousands with a T and an H and an O and a U, SANDS. That's how you spell it. Thousands, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. So Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take this one call. At least let me try to get this Kennedy Center story in, because I'm so appalled by that. Dude, about Armstrong Williams is a real deal. You don't stop smoking crack and calling this radio station. Oh my God. Let me go. Woo! I knew he was gonna take up for Armstrong Williams. I knew it. But y'all can't find a brother nowhere in the administration, though. All of this we love. Hail to the king. Hail to Donald Trump. Even though it ain't no black people in administration, but the man at HUD, who we never see, who's selling all the housing properties away to private realtors and investors. Hail to the king. Y'all sad. Y'all sad. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Happy holidays to everybody there.
Yes, sir. And, happy holidays to you as well.
It's but think of this guy's life, okay? I mean, he's got to be connected with I don't know how many auto tire repair stores.
Mm-hmm.
All right, dozens. Think of 4,000 tires 4 times, let's say, or 1,000 tires 4 times. He's got to have another truck because he's got to hang there or show up. Get these tires, and these tires have already been paid for disposal. Whenever I get a tire, there's a $10 or $5 or $15 charge for disposal that I am charged. So the auto people are involved. They're charging me $15 and then giving this guy the tires for $6 and pocketing the other. You know, and there's a truck somewhere parked where because that truck is unloaded most of the time, and it gets slowly loaded every day. You know, and then there's this, you know, and it's just, you know, it ain't just this one guy.
No, it's not.
I mean, we're all. I don't say we. I mean, it's plural.
No, and thank you, bro. I appreciate the call and the observation. And that was the point I was alluding to. These tires are supposed to be stamped by the companies that they're coming from. So they should be able to go into a field and see which companies those tires came from, because they are required to stamp them. So if they do that, then we're able to go back and trace who's doing business with this guy and to say, hey, your tires are showing up in dumps and you need to stop doing business with this guy, or let's figure out a way to bring some of those charges back to those people. So because they know if reputable people charging you $350 a tire, and that's only on those small vehicle tires, not the big commercial trucks and all that kind of stuff. That's the vehicle, a regular car tire. And if they know I'm paying this cat $2 or $3 when I should be paying $3.50, $4, $5, then they already know they're dealing with somebody that's not reputable. They know it. So yes, there should be tire companies that are also on the hot seat with, what's his name? Dennis Roy Bowen. There should also be tire companies on the hot seat with him as well. Let me go to this next caller. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, Michelle. I just had to call in after that Armstrong Williams comment.
Why? What did you want to say?
You know, they did a survey the other day, Michelle, and this really blew my mind. And maybe, you know, they said that the guy's support has dropped dramatically across all Hispanics, whites, you name it. His poll numbers, as far as how they rate him, have dropped. And I know we might say 20% ain't a lot. That's not the point. Guess whose numbers didn't drop? We still support them. Blacks. If anything, you would have thought it would drop to 0. So that's what I just caught to say, Michelle. That just blew my mind. It's like everybody else is seeing this guy for who he is. Now, like I said, 20% may not seem a lot, but you would have thought that
20%
we'd have our eyes open and just 0% from the black
community. Yeah, 20% is always a lot.
But that's all I had to say, Michelle. It just blew my mind when he said Armstrong Wales. It just like almost choked on my coffee. Just like this dude ain't gonna never give up. So I said with the 20%, oh, I get it now. That's the 20% right there. That's like this dude ain't never gonna. Or when the fighters say, "Open your eyes, man." It's just like this dude ain't never gonna give it up, is he?
Nah, because then I gotta say something about me. Thank you. I appreciate the call, George. Mr. Paris.
But that poll, I
Mhm.
went and did some research on that.
Okay.
That was an earlier poll.
The poll. So
What poll was they using? Because when I went in and they said that his had dropped, so I don't know what.
So
poll.
no, this is a newer poll that was done by NPR, Marist Polls, and PBS, and published on December 17th.
Okay.
And it says a new PBS NPR Marist poll. And so let me see when that one was done. I'm looking for the exact date, but yeah, I doubt that they would say new, and it was done in December. And if it was done like back in May or some mess, that wouldn't be new. And I'll go because it was reported out on December 17th. So I'll look for the exact date, hopefully, and see if we can find when they executed the poll. Oh no, the poll was done December 8th through December 11th.
What poll is that?
This is NPR, PBS News, and Marist poll.
Hold on, NPR.
PBS News, and Marist, Marist polls. And it says interviews conducted December 8th through December 11th. And this was the findings, 39%. I think it was like overall 38% disapproval. Where's the graph? 54% disapproved and 8% unsure.
Right.
You don't come in here trying to educate nobody. So anyway, what you got? Something else? Okay. So Jermaine, can I play? Where the chord go? Can I play this real quick? Before
I'm trying to figure out where did they get this 20% because
20% for black voters? I mean 20%. What do you mean? Are you saying that he talked about that the shift had been 20% from support? Because he had been hovering at about 52%, 54% on approval. He's lost about 20% of that approval rating.
Right.
But let me play this real quick before
those 2 dead Brown students and the 9 injured Brown students and the students who were in that auditorium.
Hang on, I'm playing the wrong thing. Let me make sure. Yeah, it might be NPR, a story on NPR. Hold on, let me.
That's from the shooting.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was the Brown shooting that popped up in my feed. Okay, let me see if I can get to this. Okay, so what I'm trying to bring up is I really appreciated the piece that NPR did, and I think I got it now. Let's see. No. Okay, it's messing up. All right. So in any case, I wanted to play the piece that NPR did because they did a history on the Kennedy Center. And they talked about the fact that there have been 3 presidents that have had a major impact on what we know today as basically the cultural arts center of the United States of America. We know that a lot of people, present company included, at least for myself, completely disgusted and appalled that the narcissist that sits in the White House would take it upon himself to rename the Kennedy Center the Donald J. Trump and the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. You ignorant fool. The word memorial means, and the fact that you thought your name should go before John F. Kennedy's, and to listen to Republicans try to defend this, you are so pathetic that you need every opportunity to outshine, make it about you. This is a memorial center. And it wasn't always originally about Kennedy, okay? And that's the piece I wanted you guys to hear that was done by PBS. In 1955, Dwight Eisenhower first pursued a building, first pursued building what he called an artistic mecca. He wanted to do this in Washington, D.C., and created a commission to create what is now known, what was then known as the National Cultural Center. Okay, so this is how it gets started under Eisenhower. 3 years later, Congress passed an act to build the new venue, and you got all of the stuff that they're going to do. But in 1962, a fundraiser for the center during the Kennedy administration, and you got all these different stars come through. Harry Belafonte, think about that. Everybody coming through. But at some point, and Kennedy himself was huge into the arts. He brings diverse people in from all around the country, all around the world. So it was named, so he was a part of this idea about an arts cultural center before he's assassinated. Then Kennedy is assassinated, okay? And now it's a perfect tie-in to be able to honor a former or a fallen U.S. president, to value what he cared about, which was the arts. And let's build on that. So we get the Kennedy Center, okay? Lyndon B. Johnson is the one who makes sure this thing goes to the next level. So those are the three presidents: Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy himself, and LBJ. They all come together to make this happen. So Donald Trump, who's never been a fan of the arts, there's nothing that indicates that this man, and when he was in office, wouldn't go to the Kennedy Center Arts because, he just didn't feel like they accepted him. His brand of politics wasn't a brand. He didn't feel like he was a part of the clique, and he spurned them. He shunned them. So then we know he goes in and he replaces all of the board with his own hand-selected cronies. And then weeks ago starts floating the idea that they are talking about renaming or joking about the Kennedy Center being renamed the Donald J. Trump Center. Okay. And then the announcement comes and he feigns surprise. Oh, I didn't know they were going to do this. This is such a great honor. It's such a surprise. You put them on the board specifically for them to do this. But the fact that you are so vain that in changing the name, you don't even put John F. Kennedy's name ahead of yours. Like everything in me that you can just do to suppress and hold down throwing up is what I had to do. You are a different kind of pathetic individual when you would remove a dead man's name off a building, a former president of the United States, so that you could put your raggedy name in front of his. And those buildings, the signage has already come down. When when the change got announced, when the change got announced, the crews was out there the next day taking them signs down. So they was already making the signage, y'all. So there was no surprise and, oh my goodness, what an honor. You did it by design. Jermaine, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to put a different spin on it. Do you think this may be, because I know I heard him say in this rally that he's 100% and everything is good, but it's going to come a time that he's not going to be 100%. And you guys will know. Do you think maybe he's trying to tell us something?
Wait, say that again now.
He said at his rally this weekend that that he's feeling 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna come a time that he's not gonna be 100%,
mm-hmm.
and that and that you guys would know, if he's
He's
not
trying to
doing
do his
well.
legacy. He's trying to build his legacy.
My question is, do you think he's trying to see it before he die? Because he
maybe.
know that something is
like they
is up.
even made a lot of hay about the fact that when he disembarked from the plane Saturday or whatever day that was, he was patting his leg. And they couldn't figure out like what that was about. Like, did you have a Charlie horse? Was your leg asleep? But it looked like it was a very unnerving thing that people made a whole bunch of observations about. And there have been medical doctors that have been watching his speech patterns and his body language and are saying they feel like it's something wrong with him.
I think he knows something, but he's not.
But this is the great thing. Thank God that these are all freaking executive orders and that they can all be changed. Because when I tell you, I wouldn't even be getting my hand off the Bible quick enough from being sworn in before his name would be coming off all of these buildings. But the idea that we are allowing this in this country is crazy to me.
Actually, Congress is.
I mean,
because it would take an act of Congress to officially change the name.
But this is the thing, though, and this is where I said this in his first term, and then I got to get out of here. But I said this in his first term. He pushes the boundaries, whatever. He pushes the boundaries in a way that, yes, Congress has to do the change. But what can Congress do to stop him from putting the name up there? Can they physically send the police, Capitol Police, Secret Service, and say, do not allow the construction workers to mount those letters? What can Congress do? And that's that gray area that many Americans don't seem to understand. Yes, it has to happen through a change of Congress, but what can Congress do to stop him from erecting his name on the side of that building? So we'll get answers to those questions. Keith will have them in his show. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay. I want my tree back.
You want your tree back? You know what? I was going to call you something, but it's inappropriate. All right. That's my show for today.
No, was that nice?
Let me sit here and harass my colleague. Bruh's in the studio. I appreciate you, Debo. J-Rod out. Clark, I'm with you, bruh. All right, family. I'll talk to y'all. Tomorrow. 3 days till Christmas. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.